welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanya. If you're stopping by for the first time, then welcome. And if you're not stopping by for the first time, then thank you very much for your support. I'm going to share with you today the small YouTubers tag. I had actually done this probably 2 years ago on my previous channel, but that is since gone. So I thought I may as well go through it again. So there are 6 questions. So let me get right into that. Question 1, what inspired you to start making videos? Okay, now that's a lengthy answer for me simply because back in 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, back in 2015, my son had jaw surgery. So we were housebound for a good 2 weeks during the school holidays. And in that time, I started looking for some items to buy online. So things like Michael Kors wallets and so on, because I'd seen one at David Jones and I thought, oh, I like that. I wonder if I can find it cheaper online. So as I started looking, I started coming across videos about Michael Kors wallets. And then I started noticing and watching videos about Louis Vuitton items. Now, for me, luxury items had always seemed out of my reach. Essentially, I always thought that they were far too expensive. Until I started watching many videos, and there were many videos on fakes and replicas. But then I started learning that you can buy these pre-loved. And I thought, holy crap, Batman, that's my way in. So I started watching more and more of these videos. And that's when I came across the OG YouTubers in this community. Jerusha Couture was the first one I ever came across. Then there was Minx for All, BJ Taylor, Stanley Dragon Jr., Snape HBP, you know, a lot of those original ones. Then I came across LV Lover CC, and, you know, I started watching and learning a lot from them. So I then started looking online. I learned that you can buy a lot of these goods pre-loved from Japan, eBay sellers. And I thought, I'm going to give it a go. So I bought my first ever Louis Vuitton Speedy 25. It was very vintage. I bought it as an experiment, as a test. It was not in great condition, but I fixed it up. I restored it, blah, blah. And I ended up selling it for a profit. So the point is that because then I'd started getting into that. And then at the end of 2015, I bought myself my first ever brand new bag from an in-store, which was my Louis Vuitton Montaigne MM in black empreinte. I thought, I can do this. I'm going to start to do this. So I started a channel, and my channel was not this current one. It was called Luxtopia. And I chose that name at the time because it represented to me the fact that there is no utopian world full of luxury. And if there were, then it doesn't become luxury anymore. So, you know, utopia means a perfect world. So Luxtopia then is a case of luxury utopia, which doesn't really exist. Not for me anyway. So then I was also going through a very tough time. My self-esteem and my confidence was extremely low. I've been in an abusive situation for a very, very long time. And so I forced myself to do this because I wanted to be more self-confident, and I wanted to boost my self-esteem, and I wanted to get back to being who I really, really was. And so I slowly did that with YouTube. And yeah, so that was the inspiration for me starting YouTube. How long have you been on YouTube, and have you any other channel? Okay, so I've been on YouTube since 2015, so it's quite a long time. I don't have any other current channel. This is my second channel now because, as I said, I had to shut down Luxtopia. And the reason I shut that down is because students at school had found me and started subscribing and following, and I didn't want that, so I shut that down. And so I started this one probably about 6 or 7 months later. Where do you see yourself and your channel in 5 years? Well, I'd like to be still doing this. I'd like to still find the interest and the motivation to keep filming videos, to keep delivering some type of content. There won't always be unboxings and luxury purchases, but I've always been about that. I've always been about basic reality, that, you know, luxury is not always a reality. So keep going along that vein. What message are you trying to get across with your channel? Just keeping it real, you know, like hashtag keep it real. I say it all the time. every time I say it, people laugh at me, but it's true because yes, I have some luxury items. Yes, I bought them. Some are new and some are pre-loved, but I saved for them. I didn't just wake up one morning and think, oh, let me just go into, Louis Vuitton and buy a $4,000 bag. It doesn't work like that. I saved. I usually use these luxury purchases as a reward for something. Recently my birthday, I bought quite a few items, but I'm not going to be buying things for quite some time now. So, so for me, it's about keeping a balance and keeping it real, because that's essentially what this is all about. Have people from work found your channel? No. People from work had found my previous channel. That was one of the reasons why I shut it down. Leadership at my current workplace knows about the channel, so I was completely transparent about this when I started it up again. So they probably watch and monitor, and that's fine. So no, but yes. And what does your username mean? Okay, so Bits and Bags came about because there's an expression that I use very often, which is a very English pommy expression, which is bits and bobs, which means, bits and pieces. And I suppose in a way that represented my channel, because it's going to be about fashion, it'll be about luxury goods, it'll be about more affordable goods, it'll be about shoes, clothing, vlogging. I did more vlogging on my previous channel than I have been on this one, but I hope to get more of that happening too. Real life chats, things like that. So, but because the bags and the fashion and the luxury is more my focus, then obviously I took that expression and I made it Bits and Bags. And I didn't want to have anything with Lutz in the title, simply because kids are very inquisitive, kids are very savvy, and they know how to find people. So I was hoping that by having a name with no Lux in it, and certainly not my own name, that would give me some anonymity on YouTube, on a public forum. Work that out. Okay, that's it. So there is a last question, which is your favorite small YouTubers, but I think I won't answer that simply because I'm bound to forget some people and I don't want to offend anybody. So I'll leave that one out. But thank you so much for watching. There is another tag going around, or has gone around, which is the 20 random facts about me tag. So if you're interested in me doing that, we all have this, curiosity about people and their lives behind the camera, and what they get up to and what they don't get up to. So if you're interested in me doing that, let me know. So take care, everybody. God bless, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.